Okay guys, so this is what to expect when surveyors come. This is my patient, okay? He has 2 wounds, multiple wounds, okay? So the first thing you have to understand is that when you walk in the door, if you have booties, all the better. Extra points, okay? Put those booties on before you step in the house, okay? That's the first thing. Have your mask on. I don't care if the patient has diseases or not or contagious, have your mask on. Badge, always have to have it on. Even though the patient knows you, you introduce yourself, okay? You use 2 identifiers, okay? 2 identifiers to ask him, what is your name, sir, and what is your date of birth? If he is confused, then you ask the family or you ask the staff if it's in a facility, okay? So my patient identified himself and we're good to go. Before you even put the bag on anything, table, couch, bed, anything, you have to have a barrier, okay? They will ding you on that. So just always have it on you until you get a barrier. I usually carry, I'll cut the chucks in half. So this is my bag barrier, okay? Put my bag on there, okay? That's my bag barrier. Now, you're gonna go and wash your hands. You're gonna ask if you can please wash your hands. You need to physically wash your hands, okay? I know we're gonna be using a lot of hand sanitizer throughout the entire visit, but initially first, wash your hands, okay? Medications and reconciliation, they have to match. They have to match 100%. So I know our system is down right now, and we don't really have much of a choice. They will try to get a printout of all of our medications from HMD, and they're going to compare everything to what they have in the house. They're going to go one by one by one by one. They're going to ding us if something doesn't match. So you have to be 100% on the dot with medications. DC things, throw things out. Do not let them keep expiration dates. You have to check the expiration dates. Comfort kit, especially with the comfort kit. You have to make sure that the comfort kit is all within the medication date. Okay, anything expired, that's a ding, okay? So, after the medication reconciliation, we're good. We asked about changes of condition. Have you vomited? Are you in pain? Have you had any falls, changes of conditions? We're good. Now, we are going to assess the patient. You're gonna have a second barrier, okay? Your second barrier is gonna be where your equipment is, okay? This is your second barrier. Do not pull things in and out of your bag. You take everything out that you're going to be using, and that's what you're going to be using in front of the surveyor. Okay? So here are my gloves. Okay? Here's my Clorox wipes, my hand sanitizer. Okay? Now, blood pressure cuffs. Do not use wrist ones. Do not use wrist ones. They will ding you, okay? The only time wrist ones are available or appropriate is if the patient is severely contracted and you can't pull the arm out, and they will allow it. Otherwise, do it manually. They actually like the manual ones. If you don't have a manual one, fine. Use an automatic arm one. But if you have a manual one, do the manual one, okay? Just for purposes today, I'm going to use the wrist one, but now you know, okay? Stethoscope. Okay. Now, pulse ox, thermometer. Okay. In your bag, you need to have a clean side and you need to have a dirty side. They're going to notice that. Sometimes they ask, sometimes they don't, okay? You have to have a divider right here, okay? A divider. This is your clean, this is your dirty. They're going to ask. Never put things back onto your clean side without sanitizing first, okay? But this is basically it. Sometimes they will even go to your car, look in your trunk, and ask you, where's your clean side of the trunk and where's your dirty side of the trunk? So make sure that supplies are separated and know what is clean and what is not, okay? You sanitize all the equipment in front of the surveyor, okay? And they're going to ask you, what is the wet time? Whether you're using Clorox or Lysol or Sani wipes or trifectant or whatever, you have to know the wet time. The wet time is on the back of the label. For Clorox, visibly wet for 4 minutes, okay? You better not touch that equipment while it's drying for 4 minutes. They will be calculating, okay? Put on your gloves, sanitize all your equipment, okay? Wet time, wet, visibly wet, 4 minutes. Put them on, either you can do the same chucks or you with like, you know, on the side, or you can even take another one. It'll be better if you take out another one. That's your dirty and this is your clean, okay? Do not let it touch and contaminate. Okay, so clean all your equipment. Okay, now while this is drying, because of your wet time, this is the time you can ask questions, you can ask the wife how he's doing, if there's how's he eating, anything like that, okay? So once you clean everything, okay, now it's sanitized. You do it in front of her. Always make sure you have a trash can near you. We do not put trash anywhere, okay, except in the proper receptacle. Trash can there, okay? Now, after everything's clean, 4 minutes has passed, you're okay to touch this, then you take the vital signs, okay? Take the vital signs on him, okay? And then you kind of like just, you know, whatever. After you finish, okay, this is now dirty. Do not put it back in your bag, okay? Every single time, if you're gonna take vital signs, you put on gloves, you take your gloves off, hand sanitize immediately in front of her, in front of them, okay? Okay, hand sanitize. Okay, now gloves on, clean the equipment again in front of her or them, okay? Okay, so you're cleaning the equipment after vitals. Now, once this is cleaned a second time, okay, then you can put it back in your bag on the clean side. That's now cleaned, okay? That's your clean, don't let it touch your dirty side. So do all of that, okay? So that's vital signs done, all right? Now, my patient has a wound, right? Has a wound care. Do it all over again. You have to take out your equipment that you're gonna be using, okay? So it looks like my patient has a head trauma and a wound on the leg, okay? So you need to know what you're gonna use, and you have to take it out. Curl-X, okay? If you're unsure, take out extra. You cannot be taking out your gloves, dipping your hands back in, and then during wound care, okay? That's not gonna be acceptable. You have to take everything out once and once only, okay? Because otherwise you have to wash your hands again. Gauze, cleaning solution, and of course, tape, okay? So let's just say you take out everything. Of course, his wound is going to be on his back, so you're going to have, you know, some assistance in rolling and helping him, okay? Gloves on. Sorry, my nose is a little bit runny. Don't mind me. Okay. Oh, I forgot. See, I forgot my scissors. Don't make that mistake. Have your scissors out. Okay. And again, if you need to sanitize your scissors, sanitize it beforehand, okay? Because you will be sanitizing it. You can't be putting it back and forth, all right? So clean gloves, all my equipment is out, okay? And I start wound care. 1 wound at a time, okay? 1 wound at a time. So take off, this is dirty, these are dirty. Take off the wound care immediately in the trash, okay? Sanitize. Clean gloves. Okay, clean the wound. Okay, clean, 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 clean. Okay, again, you're gonna put dressings on. This is dirty. Okay, dirty. Hand sanitize. Clean gloves. Always get bigger gloves than your hands are, because once you sanitize so much before it dries, you end up with this problem where it just becomes very sticky, and then that's a problem, okay? Okay, Curl-X. or whatever wound you're dressing on, medication. Once the wound is cleaned and the dressing's off, okay, this is now your clean application, okay? So these are clean gloves. Put the new dressing on him, right? Tape, secure with tape, or whatever our orders are. Here's where it gets important. Date and initial. They will ding you on this. We need to know when the last time that wound was changed, okay? So today is the 20th, 5/20/25, my initials, okay? That's how I know it's changed for the next nurse, okay? Now, that wound is done and clean, right? Moving on to our leg wound now, okay? Change of gloves, okay? Again, hand sanitize, new gloves. That is now dirty, okay? New dressing, trash. Okay? Do the whole thing over again, okay? Change gloves at least several times. Hand sanitize again every single time. If you take off your gloves, you hand sanitize. After everything is done, wound care is done, and before you leave, you manually wash your hands in the sink. Do not leave with just hand sanitizer. Go wash your hand in the sink and make sure that everything is dry. Your equipment is put away. These do not save, okay? They are disposable. Do not let her see you putting it back in your bag. You throw it all out. After everything's put out away, you throw it all out with the trash, okay? And then, yeah, that's it, okay? If she follows you into the car and she asks you, where's your clean and your dirty side for the trunk, you have to be prepared for that. Some surveyors are a little bit more lenient. They might not follow all the rules and they might not even care about certain things. Some are very particular and they will watch you, okay? You have to know your patient like the back of your hands. But once everything is done, you ask the family. Always ask the family, do you have any other questions or concerns? Family says no, you're good to go, okay? Take your bag, make sure all your area is cleaned up, you did not leave anything behind, and then that's it, we're done. And then they will not tell you how you did. They will probably tell you, if they're nice, they'll tell you like, well, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, just know for next time, just know for this. But majority of the time, they will ding you without telling you what's wrong. But you should be good to go. All right, good luck.